I was like, my sis came out with a skincare line. Oh, we here. Hey guys, what's up? It's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for clicking on this video. And I am a cosmetic chemist. Y'all already know I had to come with the Fenty Skin review, okay? Like, I can't be a chemist and not review my sis Rihanna's skincare line. Now, I have been a Rihanna fan since 2005, since Ponda Replayed. I used to play on Radio Disney. I was like, my sis came out with a skincare line. Oh, we here. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. They didn't send this to me. I got 522 subscribers. They are not checking for me yet. But I just received the products yesterday and I got to try them out, and I want to just talk about them with you guys and give you guys my thoughts from a chemist perspective on the actual formulas as well as the performance. So if you're interested in a chemist's opinion on the Fenty Skin products, then keep on watching. So the way I'm going to do this review is I'm actually going to go into the first 5 ingredients in each product, because that's really the bulk of the product, and probably talk about like the different functional ingredients as well, even if they're not in the top 5. Just kind of give you guys insight on what each ingredient actually does for your skin. So starting with the cleanser. Now the cleanser, when I used it on a full face of makeup, and it did not remove my makeup in one wash. Like, no. As you can see in the clip, I had residue, so I had to go in and wash a second time, and that time it got most of it off, but it still honestly wasn't 100% off. So I would definitely suggest still double cleansing with this, unless you have like really light makeup. Like if you only wore like concealer and mascara and powder for the day, then it'd probably get everything off in 1 or 2 washes. But if you wore like a full face, I don't think it's gonna get everything off of your skin. It's really creamy. Like, it's literally a creamy, like almost a lotion looking cleanser, but it does have a decent lather. It's like a foamy lotion almost, and it left my skin feeling really hydrated but really clean. It wasn't stripping, so it does do that what it says it's gonna do. It's gonna hydrate and not completely dry your skin out. The first 5 ingredients in the cleanser are water, sodium cocoyl glycinate, sodium cocoa amphoacetate, cocamidopropyl betaine, and sodium chloride. So basically water, surfactants, and salt are like the main ingredients. Now that might seem like, oh, like that's a lot of surfactants, but honestly so many surfactants are different that the combination that you use is everything. I mean, there's so many combinations of surfactants you can use in like shampoo and body wash and skincare. So hers that she picked, or that her team picked, are really good together. I really enjoyed using this. So a little bit about each surfactant, and I have my notes, so if I'm looking down, that's why. So sodium cocoyl glycinate is a very mild surfactant derived from amino acids, the amino acid glycine. So glycine is an amino acid, so that's what the glycinate comes from. And glycine is actually an essential part of human collagen, fun fact. So it's derived from that amino acid, as well as coconut fatty acid. It's non-irritating, it's hypoallergenic, and it leaves a fresh feeling to the skin without it feeling stiff. Now, since that is the first surfactant listed, that surfactant is the primary surfactant. It's there at the highest concentration. Okay? So then you have sodium cocoa amphoacetate. I know that's a really long name. It's an amphoteric surfactant, meaning it has positive and negative charges on it, and it's good for low irritancy formulas, and it's also coconut derived. So again, we're with the mild, low irritant type of surfactants. And then you have cocamidopropyl betaine, which is like always used. Sorry if the lighting changes, like the sun's going up and down, but that actually looks kind of better. So you have cocamidopropyl betaine, which is also an amphoteric surfactant derived from coconut, and it can thicken, boost the foam, and it's also low irritant. So I guarantee there's probably a combination of the first 2 surfactants, threw some betaine in there to thicken it and give it that foam, and there you had pretty much your soap. And sodium chloride is actually used to thicken surfactant systems. Not all surfactant systems, but usually if you see it in a surfactant system, it's there to thicken. So that's why that's probably the 5th ingredient. It's probably in there, I would say probably like between like a 1/4% to like 1%. Nothing too crazy, but enough to actually thicken the formula. So that's pretty much the cleanser. So it's just basically made of really mild surfactants and water and salt. And then she also has some humectant. So she has glycerin in here, which, you know, gives also some moisture to the skin as well. And then she also has a polymer in here, so that's probably going to give it that thick, rich texture to it. Like, polymers are everything for texture of products. So that's probably what's giving it the creamy, like almost jelly lotiony texture is the polymer. And then she has butylene glycol, so that's another humectant. Polyquaternium 7 is a skin and hair conditioning agent, so here it's conditioning your skin. And then she has her preservative and fragrance. Now, fragrance being so low on the ingredients, fragrance is listed under preservative, but if you guys watch my video on how to read ingredient labels, then you would know that at 1% and less, they can list the ingredients in any order that they want, which is why you see all of the extracts listed before fragrance and preservative. But preservative, they have phenoxyethanol, caprylyl glycol, and sodium benzoate. That preservative system is usually used between, like, I would say like 0.7 and 1%. And then the fragrance is probably in there at like, maybe it could be 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. It's probably not in there at 1% because she specified on her site that she used fragrance at a lower percentage than the typical use. So I would guess that it's in there at like probably definitely less than 0.1. So it shouldn't cause irritation unless you're extremely sensitive to fragrance. So yeah, she has a bunch of extracts in here, but you guys know when it comes to extracts and stuff, I don't really pay attention to those because a lot of times they're only claims ingredients and they're in there at very, very tiny use levels. So when it comes to the extracts, I kind of don't really rely on those for my function and for my performance of my products. So yeah, that's the cleanser. My skin felt amazing. I would highly recommend this cleanser. Now, it costs, let me look at the price. I believe this cleanser is $20-something. The cleanser is $25. So would I repurchase this for $25? I would, but I wouldn't make it my main cleanser. My main cleansers, I love drugstore cleansers. So for me, $25 every time I gotta wash my face, and it's 4.9 ounces. So yeah, I like it. It's really, really good, but I wouldn't necessarily make this like my main cleanser, my holy grail. Like, oh my God, there's no other cleanser on the planet. Like, I love good old CeraVe foaming facial cleanser. Like, and I like that before the TikTok trend. Thank you. So I really like basic cleansers, but it's a really good one to purchase. When I use it up, I'll probably buy it again when I just feel like buying it again just because I want it, but it won't be a staple. Now, one of the big controversial products in the line is the Fat Water Toner / Serum. First of all, toner / serum is an excellent name for this because it is literally serum thick. Like, it's watery, but the texture and the slip is like a serum. So, the first 5 ingredients in this are water, witch hazel water, butylene glycol, niacinamide, and polysorbate 20. So, it's basically water, then the witch hazel for the astringent properties, skin soothing, witch hazel for astringent and skin soothing properties. And then it's witch hazel water. So just because witch hazel is the second ingredient, if it's witch hazel water, my guess is that it's actually a witch hazel solution. So what's in this isn't just witch hazel. I think it's witch hazel in water in this product. So I think there's probably less witch hazel than people are thinking. Versus, you know, your standard just pure witch hazel that you buy from the drugstore and put on your face. And then there's also butylene glycol, which is a humectant, and it feels really light on the skin. You have the niacinamide, which is a vitamin B3 derivative. It's anti-inflammatory, it's good for dark spots, antioxidant, and it improves elasticity in your skin. And then polysorbate 20 is a oil water emulsifier and a solubilizer that's used between usually like 0.5 to 5%. So polysorbate 20 can be used in here to solubilize fragrance to make the product clear and not hazy. It can also be used like to create the emulsion. So those are the top 5 ingredients. After that, she has some extracts. She also has glycerin in here. So another humectant. She also has a polymer in here as well. Citric acid, which is just a pH adjuster, and sodium hydroxide, which is a neutralizer for the polymer, and then preservative and fragrance. So fragrance is very last on this one, but like I said, when it comes to anything 1% or less, it could be in any order. But like I said, she stated that she didn't use as much fragrance as usual in these products. So my guess is like 0.5% fragrance, maybe 0.4, something like that. I really did like how it felt. Like I put it in my hands and then I pat it into my skin, and I felt like my skin felt plump, very supple, and very hydrated. But at the same time, my pores were smooth. I really enjoyed this toner. I would actually buy this. I love switching my toners. Like, that's one thing that I switch a lot is my toners and my serums. My cleanser and my moisturizer doesn't change that much, but my toners and serums and stuff, I love to change those. So I really did like this toner. I don't know if it's gonna help with like my dark spots. I have some. That's like one of my things I struggle with is dark spots. But I will say it's a really hydrating. It's not as hydrating as like a hyaluronic acid serum or anything, but it gives you that balance between toning and like pore minimizing and stuff, and also hydration. It's not super drying. It doesn't feel like you're rubbing the alcohol all over your face. Like, it feels really nice. It was kind of sticky until it really absorbed in, but right after I was done patting it, it was a little sticky to the touch on my face. Now, the moisturizer, I really like the packaging, first of all. Like, it is so pretty and, like, functional. It's so pretty and functional. Like, it twists up, so you can literally twist it. And, like I said, you can pull it out and refill it. But like, you use it like this, and when you're done, you close it like that. So, the moisturizer slash SPF. So this is a drug product, first of all. A drug product has actives in it. So the actives are the SPF. So the avobenzone, the homosalate, and the octisalate. Those are all your SPF ingredients. And so looking into this blend of SPF ingredients, avobenzone is oil soluble, and it absorbs UVA rays up to 358 nanometers. So it only absorbs the UVA rays. Now, homosalate is also oil soluble, and it absorbs the full spectrum of UVB rays from 290 to 320 nanometers. The max use in Canada and the US is 10%. So, and she even states it's in the formula at 9%. So it's used in there almost at the max. And then octisalate is usually in sunscreens to prevent products from going bad. And it's also a UVB absorber from 290 to 315 nanometers. So it's literally a SPF booster. So you have the avobenzone as your UVA absorber, you have homosalate as your UVB absorber, and then you have octisalate to boost both of them. So I would say that's a very good sunscreen system. It's SPF 30, it's coral reef friendly, so that's really good. I really enjoy the SPF factor of this moisturizer. And then in the non-active ingredients, her top 5 ingredients are water, glycerin, and hydresia. And it's basically a moisturizing blend. It's a moisturizing blend that moisturizes the skin and helps with sun protection. So picking this blend to go with the sunscreen kind of helps to boost the sunscreen even further. It has pentylene glycol, which is a humectant, butylene glycol, which is another humectant, and C1215 alkyl benzoate, which is an emollient, leaves the skin feeling nice and soft. And then, of course, niacinamide, vitamin B3 derivative, good for elasticity, barrier support, dark spots, antioxidant properties. You know, I'm sure you guys have probably heard about niacinamide by now. And that's pretty much the moisturizer. She has some other emulsifiers in here. So like, she has xanthan gum, polysorbate 60, and then she also has polymers to thicken and provide the structure of the moisturizer. This one, I like the SPF part of it, but I don't really like the moisturizing part of it. I feel like it's almost going on kind of stiff, and my skin didn't feel super hydrated. It had like some drag. Like, it kind of decreased the softness from the toner, if that makes sense, on my skin. So I would use the toner and then use one of my other moisturizers, and I feel like that would feel better, honestly. But yeah, the moisturizer is okay. Like, I would keep it, but I use Black Girl sunscreen as my sunscreen on top of my moisturizer daily. So having a 2-in-1 for me isn't necessary. But if you're one of those people who don't feel like using SPF, get a moisturizer with SPF. It's not the best actual moisturizer. It didn't leave my skin feeling like super hydrated for bed or anything. And when I woke up in the morning, my skin felt good, but when I went to bed, it kind of felt like there was stuff on my face, if that makes sense. It didn't absorb into my skin super quickly. So yeah, I just want to do a quick ingredient breakdown, nothing too crazy. You know, the ingredients in this are very safe. I mean, most cosmetic ingredients honestly are safe, especially at the use levels we're used in. But I can tell that she actually took her time to, you know, the team took their time to pick a really good surfactant blend and picked really good ingredients for the toner. And the moisturizer, I would say it could definitely use more moisturizing, probably more emollients in it. That's why I would add more emollients in there, and probably even more or different humectants personally. But it's decent. I wouldn't buy it again necessarily, but the cleanser and the toner I would definitely buy again. So that's pretty much it for this video. I didn't want to make it too long. I do like the products. Cleanser and toner are my favorite. Moisturizer is it's alright, but I love what she did with promoting SPF, because she is right. Everyone needs SPF. If you're a darker complexion, you can get damage, you can still get wrinkles, you can still get extra dark spots, all of that from the sun, because the sun is damaging. If you're a lighter complexion, you do have to more so worry about cancer and things like that. But everyone should be wearing it because the sun is harmful. If you're trying to help with any type of discoloration on your face, or dull skin, or dark spots, hyperpigmentation, anything like that, and you don't want to be wrinkly, you need to wear SPF every single day, even inside, even on cloudy days, even on rainy days, even in the winter. Wear your SPF, people. Wear your SPF, okay? And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to Rihanna. Did you guys know her name is actually pronounced Rihanna? I feel like it's so hard because I know her name is pronounced Rihanna, but I've been wanting to say Rihanna because I've been saying Rihanna for 15 years. So it's Rihanna, we love you, queen, we stan, we are obsessed. I can't wait for the next album, but in the meantime, keep being a mogul because I am here for it, okay? And also, I just want to say, I'm not underwhelmed by this line. I feel like it's called the starter kit for a reason, and she's gonna come out with more, I'm sure, of different serums and treatments and acne and dry skin special products, and hopefully she comes out with an AHA or a retinol or something like that. That would be here for me, because I love a good glycolic acid, lactic acid serum. So Ree, if you listening, Fenty, if y'all watching, we need a chemical exfoliant, sis. We need a chemical exfoliant, okay? I'm here for that. And yeah, so please subscribe to my channel, share this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, comment down below. I do answer my comments. I love talking to y'all. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the love and support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.